Hello everyone, myself Nitin MS from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Currently, I am studying in 6th semester Department of Computer Science and Engineering. In this video, I am going to discuss topic about construction of predictive parsing table. Predictive parsing table. Predictive parser is a recursive descent parser which has the capability to predict which production is to be used to replace the input string. Algorithm to construct LL1 parsing table. Step 1. First check all the essential conditions mentioned above and go to step 2. Step 2. Calculate first and follow for all non-terminals. First, if there is a variable and from that variable if we try to derive all the strings, then the beginning terminal symbol is called the first. Follow. What is the terminal symbol which follows a variable in the process for derivation? Step 3. For each production, A tends to alpha. Find first of alpha and for each terminal in first of alpha, make entry A tends to alpha in the table. If first of alpha contains epsilon as terminal, then find the follow of A. And for each terminal in the follow of A, make entry A tends to epsilon in the table. If the first of alpha contains epsilon and follow of A contains a dollar symbol as terminal, then make entry A tends to epsilon in the table for the dollar symbol. Steps need to be followed to construct predictive parsing table. Step 1. Elimination of left recursion and perform left factoring. If there is no left recursion in the grammar, we will proceed as it is. Also, there is no need to left factoring. Step 2. Computation of first. Step 3 is computation of follow. As we have seen that step 1 is eliminating of left recursion. Uh, Example is A tends to A alpha and beta. We can rewrite it as A tends to beta A dash and A dash tends to alpha A dash and epsilon. Step 2. First and follow. Rules for first. If x is terminal, then first of x is x itself. If x is non-terminal, then add epsilon to first of x. First of x is tends to epsilon. If x is non-terminal and x tends to A is a production, then add A to first of x. Follow rules. If S is a start symbol, then follow of S contains dollar. S tends to follow of S tends to dollar. A tends to A beta B. Follow of B will be first of B. If first of B is not having epsilon. Third point. A tends to alpha beta B. Follow of B will be first of B. If first of B will be epsilon, then follow of B is equals to follow of A. Now let us consider a simple grammar here, that is E tends to T E dash tends to plus T E dash and epsilon, T tends to F T dash tends to star F T dash and epsilon, F tends to open parenthesis E close parenthesis and ID. Now let us construct first for this grammar. As we know that like first of E is T here. So T is a non-terminal. So again we have to construct first of T. First of T is F. F is again a non-terminal. So first of F is equals to open parenthesis and ID, because F contains two productions. We have to consider two outputs here, like open parenthesis and ID. Now for the second production, first of E dash is plus and epsilon, because we have two productions in this also. Now for first of T, we'll have again non-terminal, that is F. So first of F is open parenthesis and ID. And then first of T dash is star and epsilon. Now in the last, first of F is open parenthesis and ID. Now let us construct follow for the grammar. For constructing follow, we have to look at the non-terminal in the right hand side. If we have the non-terminal in the right hand side, we have to consider that production and then solve according to it. Follow of E. As we know that for E is the starting of the grammar, so we have to consider dollar symbol for E. So follow of E contains dollar, and then we have E in the F production here, F production. So follow of E in the F production is close parenthesis. So the total output of follow of E is dollar symbol and close parenthesis. Now follow of E dash. In the right hand side, we have E dash in two productions. That is E tends to T E dash and then E dash tends to plus T E dash and epsilon. So we have to do the union for E and E dash. Follow of E dash is follow of E in the first production. So we have dollar symbol and close parenthesis. Follow of E dash is again follow of E dash. Follow of E dash is follow of E. So we have dollar and close parenthesis for follow of E dash. Now follow of T. Follow of T we have to construct. We have to see wherever the T is present in the right hand side. T is present in two productions, that is E and E dash. So we'll get the output as plus dollar and close parenthesis for follow of T. Now we have to construct follow of T dash. Follow of T dash we'll get it as plus dollar and close symbol. Follow of F. We'll check wherever the F is there in the grammar. It is in T tends to F T dash and T dash tends to star F T dash and epsilon. So we have to do union for T and T dash. Follow of F. Um we'll get the output as star plus dollar and close parenthesis here. As we have got the first and follow for the grammar, we can construct predictive parsing table now. So we have to consider all the non-terminals in the left hand side and the terminals in the top of the predictive parsing table. As we have got first as ID and open parenthesis for production E tends to T E dash, we have to place the E tends to T E dash in ID and open parenthesis columns. And then for E dash, we have to place the E dash tends to plus T E dash in plus column. And then in the epsilon, in the close parenthesis column, we have to place E dash tends to epsilon because we have epsilon in the production. Now for T, we have to place T tends to F T dash in ID and open parenthesis. For T dash, we have to place T dash tends to star F T dash in star only. And then we have to place T dash tends to epsilon in plus and epsilon because plus and close parenthesis. Because T tends to epsilon is in plus and close parenthesis, we have to follow the follow production while solving for T tends to epsilon. F tends to ID should be placed in ID and open parenthesis. And then F tends to E should be placed in open parenthesis only. And all the remaining empty blocks should be filled with error. Thank you for listening to my lecture.